Saurabh, without taking names, what do we know?
Absolutely. As I was mentioning earlier, this is the easiest thing. Now that the Prime Minister
These
has had a
graphics,
great
it's over, this
meeting,
subject.
Prime Minister had a successful meeting with the US President Donald Trump. This matter, I'm sure, is there part of our broader agenda. Now, I would urge the government to make sure through diplomatic channels to seek these names who were trying to undermine India's democracy. Because obviously this is the right time. As they say, the winds are blowing for that. Donald Trump in the US, I can tell you sitting here in Washington DC, Donald Trump here in the US is trying to find out names of people who undermined his own election. And he is also, India as a friend and a key, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi has a great rapport with him. This is the time for us to seek these names through diplomatic channels and also activate our agencies to see which are the organizations beyond this as well. Because I'm sure this runs much deeper. I was telling you about this whole narrative that is being set up by certain think tanks, certain NGOs on the garb of promoting democracy. You were mentioning foreign policy. You and me have covered foreign policy for the last 2.5 decades. We know exactly how these people want to undermine India's independent foreign policy as well by creating a whole narrative. So they all have to be probed. These sham foundations which spring up, which create all the conferences where they get people to try to undermine India's independent strategic foreign policies. They all have to be probed. And I think the government should take the cue here.
I think they should.
Must go back and sensitize the government there to take action there.
Yeah, because I have heard of some names who took money. Only thing, I'm held back for legal reasons. I can't put it out. But Sandeep, it's going to shake up things when we get to know who took the money.
That's where I think
there are so many people who've taken the money.
Rather than leaving it to individuals, either media, independent media people like you or some lone rangers like Sanjeev or anybody else, the government now needs to come out. Earlier it was defensive because whatever it did something, people pounced on them, citing freedom of media, freedom of press and houndings and that. But now that there is a
freedom of academia also, academic thought.
Of course. People who have got fancy chairs abroad, or they have got their fellowships, this, that, or the rest, and some people even got appointed as assistant professors in Ivy League colleges and all the rest. So those are the people who have to be named and shamed today. And the government has to come out. Earlier it had to be defensive when it went and raided.
Do it.
No, we know what the BBC.
Do it.